Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Sunday video report. 2 more free picks coming your way in just a moment. Taking a look at the nighttime game between Texas and Arizona, and your early tilt on the board between North Carolina and Washington. 2-0 sweep yesterday with the free picks, giving you winners on Kentucky and San Diego State. Free pick run now 67, 48, and 3. Also coming up in just a moment, I'm going to give you once again that money-saving discount coupon code. If you didn't know about it or you didn't take advantage of it yesterday, it is still good today, and it will save you 25% off your total purchase price today. It's a one-time usage coupon. I'll give you that code in just a moment. Also going to recap how the tournament is broken down from an ATS perspective, updating the numbers through the first half of round number 2 as well. Quickly, want to talk about teasers for a moment because yesterday I cashed in with a teaser, had Florida and San Diego State in the teaser. Back in December, it was early in December, Steve Boudin, myself, Steve, of course, the CEO of the company, myself, Shawn Michaels, who resides in Vegas, Anthony Red, who's also in Vegas, and Chris Jordan, another Vegas guy. We all had met for dinner over at Lavo, over at the Palazzo. And FYI, personally, I think the 2 best Italian restaurants on the Strip, Lavo, which is a combination restaurant nightclub, so you do have the pretty people hanging out, if you know what I mean, okay? But the food's tremendous. I mean, any of the veal or chicken dishes are tremendous, and they have these, flat as paper pizzas, which are tremendous as well. Or Zeffirino's over at the Venetian, which is more of a classic Italian restaurant, tremendous food. Highly recommend the ravioli stuffed with veal, okay? So there you go. Used to like Il Milano, Molina over at the Forum Shops at Caesars, but I personally think that these 2 are much better. So there you go. There's your food critic advice today. But anyway, we were having a conversation, and teasers were brought up. Now, as you know, Shawn Michaels, he loves playing teasers. I love playing teasers. Chris Jordan rarely plays them. Anthony Red thinks they're just totally effing ridiculous, and I can't do Anthony Red's New York accent and his whole attitude, but it was basically F you, nobody should play teasers. Anthony's kind of interesting that way. Now, Steve Boudin's not a handicapper, all right? Steve Boudin's father was a bookmaker. He was a bookmaker, really gave birth to the offshore sportsbook industry we now know today. He had a different take on it. As a guy who used to take action, he used to love players that would play teasers and parlays because it added profit to his bottom line. But the thing that he said that was most telling, and Shawn and I were talking about it later, is he said, did you ever notice that when you have a teaser, that most times the teams win outright and would have covered the spread, even if you didn't have them in the teaser anyway? And it's amazing. So Shawn and I, we're always playing teasers and stuff, and over the last couple of months, and looked at it, and it's like, wow, this is really the case. Case in point yesterday. So I had a 15-dime teaser on Florida and San Diego State. Now, I told you in my analysis I thought both of those teams would win straight up and cover the spread, but I was a little bit concerned, so I figured in a standard 2-team, 4-point teaser, I would get a little protection. And guys, let me tell you, I didn't have agita in the final minute of each of those games of play because you know how close those 2 were coming down the wire. But they both would have covered outright as well. So interesting. Overall, yesterday, that was a 15-dime winner. Lost a 10-dime play on Gonzaga. I think everybody and their brother had Gonzaga in that one. What a strange line, by the way. Gonzaga, a 2-point favorite just about all day long, but a couple hours before game time, BYU goes off as a 1-point chalk. And then cashed in with a 5-dime play with College of Charleston, who I told you I thought would win outright in the NITs at Cleveland State, and they did. So a net profit of 9 dimes, which, hell, that reduces my net deficit from the middle of January to 291 dimes. So I think, tomorrow I'll come out with like a 300-dime play and just get it all back just like that. Just teasing. A couple more teasers going today, and also went 2-0 with the free picks yesterday as well. Let me give you that discount money-saving coupon code. It is MADNESS25. MADNESS25. No space between the word madness or the number 25. Enter MADNESS25 when prompted in your shopping cart. You will save 25% off your total purchase today. So guys, if you're buying a couple of different handicappers or a couple of different packages or a mixture of them both, make sure you put them all in your shopping cart at once. Then you apply this discount coupon code and you'll save 25% off your entire purchase today. If you used the coupon yesterday, it's only a one-time usage coupon. It expires today, so make sure you use it and save yourself some money. Yesterday I talked about a hot handicapper, Craig Davis. Well, you know guys, when I talk about hot handicappers, I tell you the next day whether they won or lost. Well, Craig, unfortunately, was another one that got consumed by BYU's burial of one long-distance shot after another as Gonzaga just got manhandled yesterday by the Cougars. Still, it was a 100-dime loser, but you see how what he's done, still up over like 300 dimes the past 3 weeks in a great big dance run. And those 100-dime plays, he had won 3 in a row, 4 out of 5, starting with the Packers in the Super Bowl, so not exactly chopped liver. I do want to tell you about a couple of other handicappers, however, today that have big plays. Stephen Nover. Yesterday, cashed in with an 80-dime play on San Diego State, had Tuesday night a 75-dime play on Kent, an 11.5-point dog outright at St. Mary's in the NITs. Today, only the second 100-dime play in his 18-year career as a professional sports handicapper in the Big Dance. Second ever Big Dance 100-dime play. It's on Texas and Arizona, and he hit his first one last year. It was in the Sweet 16. Baylor, I think, was a 4.5-point choice, and they won 71-49 over St. Mary's. Also, Chuck O'Brien, red hot, 6-1 the past 3 days for 131 dimes profit today. 40-dime winner number 3 in a row. Number 2 was George Mason's upset of Villanova. Now, favorites yesterday, they went 6-2. Because, again, I'm counting Gonzaga as the favorite since they were the favorite for pretty much a day and a half before the game went off against BYU. So the favorites went 6-2 yesterday. They are now 35-21 in the second round of action over the past 4 years, okay? Those two dogs, of course, yesterday both won outright, BYU and Butler. So far in the tournament, underdogs still have a slight advantage at 21-19. 12 of those 21 dogs have won outright. Double-digit favorites, you had none yesterday. They're 8-5 so far in the tournament. You have a couple of them going today. Let's get to your first free pick, and I'll look at the nighttime game. It goes at 6:10 Eastern between Texas and Arizona. Texas, once again, got out to the big lead against Oakland of Michigan a couple of days ago. Only won 85-81, but it was a game they were up 17 points early in the second half. They were up 15 points with 5 minutes to go, but they still couldn't hold on for the cover. Arizona had to rally to beat Memphis, a young Memphis team out of Conference USA. Really surprised me with how Arizona struggled in that one. Once again, though, Derek Williams did his thing, 22 points, 10 rebounds. The guy's averaging like 19.5 points a game on 61% shooting this year, averaging 8 rebounds a game as well. He is the man for Arizona, but that's the problem. And you know I'm a guy that is a big, big fan of Arizona, Derek Williams, and their head coach, Sean Miller. But Williams is a one-man show. Texas has the depth. Texas not only has the big freshman, Tristan Thompson, who's coming off a 17.10 rebound, 7 block shot performance against Oakland the other day. He's going to be handling Williams, but then you've got Jordan Thompson too. 19 points, 10 rebounds in the opening game against Oakland. 5 double-digit scores for Texas. They simply have too much depth. So that's why I like Texas in this one. I think they'll roll easily, somewhere in the 9 to 10 point margin here against a one-man team in Arizona. Now, your early free pick is going to be North Carolina, minus the 4.5 points. Again, just like Duke, North Carolina literally playing in its own backyard in Charlotte, where it has won 10 consecutive Big Dance games over the years. Think about this. Washington had the longest journey, nearly 2,300 miles, of any of the Big Dance tournament teams. And this game is being played at 9:15 in the morning Pacific time. Not an easy thing for the Huskies here. Both of these teams like to run, okay? They like to press the pedal all the way down to the floorboard, and they like to run. The way you beat North Carolina is you slow it down, you play a half-court game. Washington is not going to do that, guys. I find it interesting that North Carolina beat Long Island. Long Island coming into this game as the number 4 scoring team in the country. They beat them 102-87, a game in which they were up comfortably by 21 points. Well, Washington comes in here with the number 3 scoring offense in the country. Ultimately, I think the home court advantage, the fact that the Tar Heels are on an 18-3 run, the fact that the Washington Huskies are not going to be willing to slow down the tempo of this game. And Washington didn't look that great in beating Georgia 68-65. So again, I'll go with North Carolina in this spot as your other free pick. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Monday as we take a respite from the big dance, but plenty of other college and NBA action to talk about. Good luck, everybody.